Nice shot calling.
Hey guys, what's up? Very nice cast on the day, but I am joined by High of Cloud9 after their victory. High, I kind of want to take a step back to yesterday real quick and kind of figure out, what was the dynamic and kind of what was the falter for Cloud9 on the first day?
Well, they did their 1v2 really bad yesterday, and that snowballed into the game going bad. And it was really just that minor mistake, honestly.
And I got to ask, because I'm sure everybody's seen it. We see it every time you come back. You have such an influence on this team. What does that mean to you, and how does it feel to kind of have that, not power over your team, but ability to come back and get them to kind of push for that extra percent?
I don't know. It's just, I've always played that way since every single team I've been on. I've always been like the captain of it. So it's not like it's like a special feeling or something. It's just like what was like innately known to me, and it just feels normal, I guess.
And High, looking at the rest of the teams, final question for you. How are you thinking looking at this split? You guys now start off the week 1-1, but did anything surprise you this week?
I honestly don't really care for any team besides our own, so I don't really watch the other teams that much unless there's like a super special game that like you can learn things from. But I just focus on myself, my own team. So.
And I lied to you, not final question. I do want to know what the synergy is between you and Bunny. Seriously, final. How is that working, and how are you guys kind of trading experience back and forth? Final. Promise.
I'm actually pretty surprised. Him and I have grown like really close to each other. We go to the gym together. We're always talking together, and like he comes into my room and we play a lot. So he's kind of like the little brother that I've never had and I always wanted. So it's really nice, and like he gets to learn from me and I get to learn from him, and it's going pretty well.
Very good. Thank you so much, High, for taking the time. Congratulations on the win. Best of luck to Cloud9 and the rest of the season. We're going to throw it to the analyst desk to break down a little more of that game.
Thank you, Riv. It was a very clear difference between yesterday's game and today's game, but I do want to get into what those differences were. And I think it is important to establish first the opponents. Yesterday, Immortals, who a lot of people are looking at as a top 2 team in the North American LCS before the season even starts, and they definitely played that way yesterday. Today, against Echo Fox, a team that is much newer amateurs with only Froggen at the helm.
Yeah, it felt like 2 totally different teams. Both Cloud9 was a different team, and their opponents were obviously far different teams. Immortals played so quick, and even if we think of the way Echo Fox won yesterday, they played very slow and methodical. Froggen was waiting on flash cooldowns, basically. Every time he could flash, he would kill Gate. This time, if you're waiting on flash cooldowns, by that time, there was a 5-man dive in the bottom lane, and both people on your bottom lane were dead. Yeah,
speaking of which, let's take a look at that bot lane turret dive, because it was kind of that moment that opened up the map for Cloud9, but it also is a pretty good illustration of High recognizing where they can take advantage on the map. As soon as the Alistar hits level 6, they make the move on the bot lane, utilizing the TP and the TF level 6 ultimate to ensure the success of the dive.
And you love the decisiveness, because as soon as Alistar is level 6, you do dive the turret. And this has always been a hallmark of Cloud9 ever since 2013 when they entered the LCS. But anyway, they get the stun onto Keith. Really nice that High didn't even have to burn his flash to get into range for that. Honestly, Echo Fox should have been respecting the dive a little bit more, because specifically, not only should you be looking at the 5-man dive, you should be looking at the rest of the map. There is no pressure.
Yeah.
You should never be able to do a 5-man dive with all of your other turrets up and not even take turret damage in any other lane.
Right.
Unless you're doing a 5-man dive on 5 people.
Exactly.
Because the fact that there were 2 other lanes that should have been straight pushing up means Echo Fox was even slower to react to that play.
Right. Froggen's making the slow Anivia trek down to the bot lane, while KFO isn't pressuring, doesn't have the pressure on that top lane to even put damage onto the turret. So just a total win there for Cloud9 in terms of gold, resources, and map pressure. From that point onward, it becomes very clear that Cloud9 is comfortable under High's leadership, as he's been in this position so many times. We've got ourselves a 2K gold lead pretty early, and now I don't have tough decisions to make anymore.
Yeah, even Rush looked pretty good in this game, right? He got pretty far behind Reignover in the last game. It's not like Rush has never looked good before, but you're wondering how well will Rush be able to follow along commands from a different shot caller versus just kind of doing whatever he wants and finding ways to win the game. And it kind of defies logic. Every time High steps onto this team, everyone seems to play with their own sense of purpose, because it is literally impossible to micromanage 5 people in the laning phase. Yet time and time again, it seems like Cloud9 just lanes better with high in the game.
Right, there's that slight level up. You know, that being said, there's still some, minor misplays here and there, plenty of things to work on, lessons for them to learn, taking away. I do want to touch on Echo Fox just briefly.
Sure. For
them, it is a little bit of a tougher loss for them to receive, to be beat in such fashion. But I do feel that even from those first, 10, 12, 15 minutes, there are learning points for these young players to go back at that tape and very clearly see this is something I should have improved.
You could see KFO was fairly nervous in a lot of these situations. We know he has high mechanics based on his position in Korean Challenger, but there were a couple instances in this game, like when he Lysandre ulted himself under a turret, nothing was killing him from that. I don't think that
there was a red buff ticking, but I'm pretty sure he was fine regardless.
It was tricky, but he wasn't playing well. We know the team's expectations aren't immediately set high. They know they have time to ramp up. Froggen wants to be middle of the pack. This was one of the last rosters to come together. So coming out of week 1 for 1, it's pretty good. And as long as they keep their mindset, they can build on this.
Both of these teams, with their roster changes or the formation of Echo Fox's roster, 1-1, they'll probably be happy with that. Now, coming up next, we'll find out if Team Impulse can prevent Immortals from a 2-0 start to the split. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The tallest of tasks.
Yeah, that is.
To stop
You're asking a lot for
Wait, why does Rush sound so weird?
Is it close?
Wait, can you like say a sentence or something, like an actual sentence?
Rush? Jansen is not monkey or... Yeah, that's a good sentence.
Decent.
Here comes the dive. TP being burned. Here comes everybody at all. Keith locked up under his turret. There's the damage. Oh, Sneaky! Oh, that was a mistake. He has to burn Flash to get away. Heal burned as well, and the team's going to try to re-engage.
Kill Rek'Sai, kill Rek'Sai, kill Rek'Sai. Come to me, Sneaky. I'm punching him away.
Yeah,
we got him. Okay, go.
He's on bot side and he's
Okay.
I cannot do anything that.
It's okay, you distracted them. That's all that counts. Back up rush. Go. We got you back. Back him up.
In comes balls yet again. Froggen about to be knocked out here. Plenty of damage coming through. Now turned into an egg, and into the back line they go. Out 9. Going to end the first week 1-1.